Hello. Happy Mindset Monday. How are we doing? How's everyone doing? I do want to apologize for being a little for being late. I had some technical difficulties with my little streaming software here, so I apologize. But we're here now. So hello. Where's my chat? Is it coming through now? Come on, YouTube. Let's see. Got Abby, hello, Anja, Nandini, Anna, Janaya. Can you guys hear me okay? By the way. Leah, you're spiraling right now. Well, take a breath, do some jumping jacks or something, like move your body a little bit so that it's not in the same physical space. And then just kind of like breathe, set the intention to come here and gain some information and knowledge that will help you and help you move forward and all that good stuff. And then that's what we're going to make sure we do. Leah, Brendan, Witchy, Controversial Studios presents. Hello. London, Tokyo. Hello. Dina, hi. Andrew. Okay, I need the okay, all right. I need the chat there. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Trinity S. Stone, you said you booked a one-on-one with me. Should you forward questions in advance? Okay, if you booked a one-on-one with me and you did not get taken immediately to a place where you answer questions, then please email us at hello@roxytalks.com, because that means that your session hasn't been finalized, because in the confirmation and finalization process, there is a questionnaire. So glad you asked. I apologize. I'm working on upgrading my system actually at the moment. So just everybody heads up. I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. I know I moved everybody across new systems last year if you're in any of my courses, and I apologize, and I never thought I would be doing it again, but here we are. But it's going to improve everything and make it a lot easier and make everything all in one place. So you only have to go to one place for all your courses and your coaching and everything. So if you find any bugs in my system right now, I really super apologize. We are working on it. And S Stone, please email us hello@roxytalks.com, and we'll get you confirmed on my calendar and make sure that your questions are answered. So thank you so much for booking a session. I'm excited to talk to you, and I'll see you soon. Okay, who else we got? Oh, hello, Malachi. Malachi's here. Hi. Okay. Everybody keeps asking me about divine feminine stuff. I got to be real honest with you guys. I don't know how to do that. That's really, I'll just be frank, and that's just how it wants to come out. I don't know how to do that. I don't know. I don't know what that would be. Like, I don't know how to explain. It'd be like if you asked me to make you a manual for like taking apart an engine. I just would like have no clue where to I don't know. It's just as maybe closely related as it may seem I am. I don't think that I don't know what to do there. I don't even know how to answer the question. So like, as much as I love you, somebody else might be better suited to give you some divine feminine stuff, because I'm like not the person to do it for you. I love you. it's just not my area of expertise. As weird as that sounds to say. Okay. Annie, Sophie, Jacqueline, hello, Marta. Jessica. Ooh, Jessica says, just got my Black Moon sweatshirt. Ooh, Jessica, can you, if you'd like, take a picture and post it on social media, I'll share it on my story. Like, please tag me in it. If you ever get any merch, please tag me in it so I can share it, and obviously screenshot it and save it for my own, excitement and appreciation. Okay. Where's my crystal? Oh, where did I already grab it? Okay. Brendan says, yesterday I spiraled, but I watched your videos and posted in the Facebook group, and today has been great. That's awesome. And like spirals happen, and we have to be okay with it. Because, I think it's just natural. It's natural for negative things to happen. So we have to we can't make ourselves wrong for it, right? Because it's like punishing ourselves is like adding to whatever it is we were spiraling about anyways, because punishing ourselves is not going to undo the issue we were spiraling about. Punishing ourselves is just going to give us more reasons to feel that we're not worthy or that we suck or that we deserve punishment or whatever, so we don't want to be in that habit of making it a bad thing that we're spiraling, because it's normal, and it's normal to again have ups and downs. That's what life's about. So Jesusita says, no way, you're the queen of divine feminine. You're so beautiful. That's very kind, and I very much appreciate you. I'm I like to wear makeup and wear, I like having a style and things like that, but I'm pretty, and I'm into girly things, and I'm pretty I'm not, I don't know if I'm a tomboy, because I'm not that either. I'm not really sporty, but I'm not very super feminine or a tomboy either. So it's it's strange for me to even think about it, because it's just, I think maybe what people interpret as feminine energy, it's more aesthetic energy to me. I appreciate beauty and the way things look, and that's why I like makeup and stuff, and looking nice, or putting myself at least putting myself together. But I'm not I barely get facial. I get one facial a year. Not that I would like to get more, but it just sounds like stuff like that. I'm I have to make myself do masks and stuff sometimes. I'm not that girl, as much as I may look like it. I don't know, maybe I do, because people ask me all the time, but I'm just I'm just me. So it's it's so foreign to me, I guess, that I don't even know where to start, and then it just makes me feel awkward. And who doesn't want affirmations from somebody who's awkwardly giving them to you? That's the perfect situation, isn't it? Okay. Controversial Studios presents. Thank you so much for the super chat. It says, hi, Roxy. This is Shalise. Hello, Shalise. I wanted to know if you have any extra tips of ignoring the self-doubt and ignoring your current love life situation. Okay, so type in the chat for me. Malachi just called me the fourth member of TLC. TLC, TRL. Who am I? Okay. But I'll say thanks. Thanks, Melly. Okay, anyways. Sorry, I just it caught my attention because I'm tagged. Okay, anyways. Shalise, I want to know. Oh yeah, Malachi's birthday was last week, and he did what is that thing called? An immersion tank or whatever? Okay. Shalise, can you type in the chat? I want to know what are the doubts specifically? Because Tommy. Okay, sorry, I need to focus. I'm so good at saying focus. Right here. Let's do this one. Okay, Shalise, please type in the chat. What are the doubts specifically, so we can talk about getting the exact doubts that you're dealing with, and then we know what to do with what we're talking about moving forward. So okay, I'm waiting for Shalise, because I want to know exactly what it is, again, that we're dealing with, because it helps me help you better. In the meantime, Tommy. Okay, so Tommy, I had to okay, hold on. Let's see what Tommy says. Reading Harry Potter, Philosopher's Stone, of course, because you're in the UK, obviously. Chapter 1, and today and me and Dumbledore both have a scar above our left knee. A weird coincidence, considering you said I give off young Dumbledore vibes. Oh, that is weird. I told you, ooh, my intuition knows what it's talking about. But Tommy, I had to like force Tom. I had to like harshly, what's the word? Convinced to read Harry Potter. I'm like, you have to read it. So glad to hear that you did. Sounds like it's already resonating. That's awesome. Shalise, waiting for Shalise to tell me about her specific doubts. I can get into it, but it's like, it's bye, babe. Love you. Why be, gray when we can be super we can have that sharp, focus and detail. Okay, whatever. All right, Shalise. Okay, so let's just. Okay, here we go. The doubts are like I'm too much for someone, or I just think I'm not good enough, or think about maybe they won't like where I live. Sounds weird, but it's just multiple things like that. Okay, cool. Okay, so ignoring self-doubt and ignoring your current love life situation. Kind of two separate things. So well, let's think. We have like the art of ignoring, the art of being, we have the art of ignoring, and then the art of being okay now. That's what's two things that you're talking about right now. Those are the two things that, Leanne, write that down. The art of ignoring and the art of being okay right now. Okay. So please, Leanne. Leanne, dictate. Okay. How far we've come with technology. Okay, so focus. I'm so focused today. It's incredible. Ignoring self-doubt. All right, the art of ignoring. The art of ignoring. Let's talk about the first thing that's like, okay, self-doubt is a collection of the things you've heard and thought that validate your insecurities. Okay. So your whole life you've been storing away and collecting all these little tidbits, little nuggets of why you're a piece of shit, right? Like you've just been collecting them in the I'm a piece of shit bucket, and you're just like, ooh, that's a good one. What? Let's see specifically. Like, where you live sucks. Ooh, I like that one. Let's put that over here. Like where you live. So everything about you and your house in the bucket. Okay, cool. Let's see. Not good enough. So anything having to do with you achieving anything, or connecting with anybody, or just feeling like you're worthy of achieving and growing, in the fucking bucket. Maybe they won't like me, or I'm too much for them. Okay, so I can't be myself, into anything about having to be myself and being my authentic self, into the bucket, right? So you have just been collecting all of these shitty things about these little shitty nuggets. Have you guys seen that internet video of that lady that collects like deer droppings and like makes art out of like poop? So that's what you're doing. You're like making art out of poop. And that's fine. Some people love it. Some people buy it. She's living off of it. It's cool. Not everybody wants to purchase or live off of shit, and that's totally fine. No judges if you do, no judges if you don't. It's just a choice, and that's the point here. So you've been collecting all these little poo-poo nuggets and deciding that you're going to, this is the funniest visuals I'm having, like adorn yourself with them, like Lady Gaga in her meat dress, but it's your little poo-poo dress, and you're wearing it around everywhere, wondering why nobody wants to fucking come near you because you stink, right? Like, with love. Oh yeah, disclaimer, I might yell, I might say something crazy. It's with love, and I have a point. It all has a point, and I don't mean that you're a poo. I just mean that energetically you're repelling, right? Because you're not attracting, is what it sounds like. So, and the ones that you are attracted to the smell of shit. Sorry. Sometimes the whoever I like, the guys that I talk to, there's like a funny one or couple in there that like crack me up. I guess they're here today. So like, take the poo dress off. Like, why are you wearing that thing? Why are you building your life off of all these little nuggets? I don't know how old you are. Let's just pick 30 as a number. 30-year-old crusty old poops, little white crusty dog turds, just wearing them around, wondering why no one wants to sit next to you, So, Dina loves this. Okay, so, let's just decide that like all of the BS ideas, thoughts, insecurities, doubts, insults, all the mean things that you said about yourself, all these reasons why you can't be yourself and people won't like you just for who that person is and want to be around that person. All of that stuff is like a little poo and you don't need that, right? Like, can we just get rid of those? Why are we saving them? Like let's get the cleanup crew in here and just get rid of all these little poos that have been collecting in the corner and like not, again, adorn ourselves with them. So part of it is just like realizing how ridiculous it is to oh, you're 21. Okay, cool. Good. Even better. Cause I'm glad we're having this conversation now and not 9 years from now. Cause you could be wearing you could be wearing 30-year-old poos instead of 21-year-old poos. But so anyways, anything that sounds like you're not good enough, anyone's going to think you're not good enough, that you can't be who you are, that who you are is going to repel people or not attract people. Those thoughts themselves are what attract people. Those thoughts themselves are the poo. Okay. So don't listen to them. Quit sniffing like you're sniffing and you're smelling and that's what you're like thinking like, oh, like life sucks and it stinks and it smells because you're just like, you got poo wafted under your nose all day long. So like, it's about looking at the doubts and realizing that they just don't, like, even if they did make sense for you at one point, even if they did protect you at one point, even if they did matter or resonate or anything, you don't have to keep wearing them. Just like, an outfit that you wore in 7th grade. Actually, if you're my age and you wore something in 7th grade, it would be popular now. But if you were maybe, if you're the person wearing what I wore in 7th grade, what you wore in 7th grade would not be popular now until you're my age. So anyways, my point is like, when you're cleaning out your closet and you're wearing things from 2016, like let's go back to somewhere where we would, 2014, and you just getting rid of things and you don't wear it anymore because it doesn't represent who you are anymore. And there's no big deal if you don't wear that shirt anymore. Like, who cares? The shirt doesn't care. It got enough wears out of it. It's not mad. It's not bothered at all. It came to be a shirt and you gave it that opportunity. So like, cool, thanks. Like send these doubts on their way. They serve their purpose. They got you to here, which is the moment you're supposed to be in right now. And great, you're going to move forward. So, Marta says, when you're older, okay, I'm so glad you said that, Marta, because this is exactly why I'm telling her at 21, I'm glad you're here and not at 30, because it would be the same. And I'm not saying that it's anything bad about where you are, Marta, because I want to bring you in on this. Marta says, when you're older, it's so much more difficult. I'm 48 and a lot of rubbish on my shoulders and in my heart. It doesn't matter, Marta. Every moment, whether you're 21, whether you're 12, whether you're 48, 84, 169, it does not matter. You can decide at any moment to take the fucking poop suit off. Like, why are like, Marta, you're telling me I'm 48, so now I have 48 years worth of poo in my attire, my fucking adornment. You're saying it's harder to take it off. See, I think it'd be easier. Like, once you realize you're walking around carrying 48 years of poo on your body, get this shit off me, like, as soon as possible. It seems like it'd happen way faster if you're really waking up to the realization that you can do that. And so that's the other part of, like, remember we were talking about the what was the other thing Leanna asked you to write down? There was like, part of it was remember the ignoring the doubt. And then the other thing, remember when I asked you to dictate what, this is why, what did I say? Please tell me. And then, so notice the doubts for what they are. You don't have to feel that way anymore. Anybody here, everybody, this is for everybody right now. This is not just for the 2 people that we've named, but everybody. If you hear yourself doubting, if you catch yourself doubting, doesn't matter what subject we're talking about, money, love, self-esteem, career, future, ability to get an email, get a text back, convince somebody of something, make a presentation, meet a friend, go to the grocery store. Like, it doesn't really matter. Anything. If you hear yourself doubting or worrying or saying that you can't do it, or kind of like, yeah, but, and kind of trying to justify, then it needs to be addressed. That's where awareness and discipline come in, this 360 method, right? So you're always paying attention. Okay, that thing made me recoil. That thing made me feel like, oh, maybe it's not possible. That thing made me start making concessions in what I want, because that's revealing ultimately, maybe I don't believe I'm able to do that, right? So you're letting your doubts not be these heavy burdens that you wear that smell like shit that you carry. I told myself I wasn't going to cuss on this one as much, and it's just like I'm sitting here talking about poop for 20 minutes. Anyways, I was like, I'm going to try cussing less. Okay, cool. How about talking about poop for 20 minutes? That's how I replace it. Anyways, focus. I'm focused. I'm so focused. I'm so focused right now. So, not, the doubts are not these things this shame that you have to carry around, and this terrible thing that you have to carry around because somebody said something one time and it resonated because it struck a chord with your insecurity. But just that's dumb. Why would I be telling myself in this story of I can't do this thing when I'm obviously trying to do it? It seems pretty counterintuitive for me to be trying to do something and then telling myself I can't fucking do it. It's so ridiculous that we do that. So many people we're just programmed to attempt to do something and have a going monologue in our head telling us all the reasons why we can't, and why we're not going to be able to, why we're not good enough, how we're going to fail, and how everyone's going to be right, and we're such a piece of shit, and blah, 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 blah. Why? That's not how why, like, how could that help? How does that help you? Even just like in the 3D, like, we're not even talking about manifesting, just how does that help you with the confidence to carry out the task that you're talking about if you're telling yourself you can't fucking do it? Like, we have to change what we're saying about the things that we're doing while we're doing it, okay? And that's actually what this week's podcast episode is about. So tune in Wednesday, 9 a.m., all podcast platforms, including my website, roxytalks.com. Check out this week's podcast. It's about this very thing. So I'm taking a million years to answer a question, but I'm coming back to it. So just ways of looking at your doubt and realizing that it's really ridiculous. You should not be holding yourself to these standards anymore. Who decided that that's what life was? Who decided that that's what you had to be? Who decided that you had to fall within these parameters? Was it your parents? Was it some random person, some bitch from middle school? Was it you your whole life for some reason because you saw one thing and you didn't know better and you made up these assumptions because of it? Is it because your auntie said this thing about so-and-so down the street one time? Like, who cares? Like, really look at it and be like, why am I still living my life in accordance to this one idea? Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I can just change the idea and then catch myself believing that idea again, and then remind myself I changed and go back to believing the next idea. And that's just really what it is. And always it boils down to awareness and discipline. That's my 360 method. That's what I use and what I teach my clients. Official program coming soon, but I do one-on-one coaching about this. So available at roxytalks.com if you'd like to sign up for that. So the other half of this was the art of being okay in the now. And so that's the other part, is like, you have to be able to look at what's going on around you and be like, yeah, this is cool. Like, okay, I might yell a little bit here because sometimes this is something that frustrates me with some of the people that I love dearly, that I see still having the same problem like year after year at this point. It's like if you don't like your life, we get it. We fucking get it. And honestly, we're all here because we didn't like some part of our life. That's what drives people to manifestation. Whenever the biggest reason people come to me when I talk to people in one-on-one coaching, the number one reason that they found me was because they got ghosted or they broke up with somebody and they were looking for a way to find answers or to soothe the pain. And they Googled it and they found the videos and they stumbled upon it and blah, 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 whatever. We all have things we don't like about ourselves. We all have insecurities. We all have areas of our life that don't work out. The richest, most beautiful, most fit, most everything handed to them on a silver platter, or whatever kind of person you want to think is the best person, the person down your street that's married and has the kids and has everything you want, or the person that has the career that you want. All of those people have things in their life that do not come easy to them, okay? So everybody has things in their life that they don't like, okay? Nobody is exempt from that. And neither are you. Like, you are not the only person. Your situation is not special. Like, you're special because you're a magical, fucking powerful creature, but you're not any different. You're not any worse off. And there's definitely somebody out there that is worse off in some way or form, but they're also better off than you in another way or form, right? And vice versa. You're better off than some people in other ways, because there's not always every area of your life that you're terrible at or whatever. It doesn't matter. Everybody has these things in their life, okay? So at some point, you need to understand that you have got to be able to look at your life as is and pretend that it's what you want for an extended period of time until the 3D reality catches up and you don't stop. So let's say that, let's use some little hands. I'm trying to make this clear. Here's you right now, okay? Let's say that I want to get married and with my SP and move out and have a family, okay? We'll put that as a goal marker, like right here. We set this goal marker. Now, as you're moving along, your 3D reality which is here, and your current self is going to be catching up to, moving along. You're moving, the 3D reality is moving. So are your goals. Everything's moving along. Eventually, you're going to catch up. Your 3D version is going to catch up to this mile marker, and you're going to reach that, and you're going to have that place where you live with your SP and your child and all the shit that you want. And now you're going to have goals up here that you're going to be striving to achieve or whatever. So you're always going to be achieving. You're always going to have things out of sight. There's always going to be a point when you don't have every single thing that you want, and that's what keeps us going. So that's a good thing that you don't have everything that you want right now. But you aren't going to make this forward progression to this marker if you keep going, but I don't have what I want. Because then you go in a circle, but I want it, but I don't have what I want. I want it, but I don't have what I want. I want it, but I don't have what I want. I want it, but I don't have what I want. And you never make progress. So if you're somebody out there that's been waiting a while, even if you've been waiting 2 days or 2 years, it doesn't really matter how long, understand that you have to project and emit and radiate the idea that it's okay now that you're not at this point. Because if you can't say here with this one that it's okay now that I'm not at this guy yet, because I know that I just keep moving forward and I will get there. If you can't say that it's okay now, you're not going to get to this one, because it's okay now that moves you forward. If you can't look at and I'm going to say let's say it's the worst of the worst, your shitty situation, you got toxic people around you, feel like you financially stuck where you are, feel like your career's stalled, you're too old or too young or too fat or not fit enough or not pretty enough, or your nose isn't this, or your hair isn't perfect, or this person said this one time, or you were raised under these circumstances, or your parents showed you love in this way and didn't show love to each other in this way. It's like, okay, so do you want that to continue, or do you want to do something different? Because there's no way to escape the fact that your thoughts are loudspeakering into a mirror, or that doesn't really, I use like a hearing and a visual and reference at the same time, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's like an echo. There we go. Your thoughts are fucking reverberating into a canyon, and whatever is heard in that echo is being built into your 3D reality. So like, if you don't have what you want yet, we get it. That's why we're all here right now. So why does that make it what's the problem there? Everybody's there. Always. You're always there. You're always not exactly where you want to be. Hopefully, that's how you keep growing. So get okay with the fact that it's not exactly here right now, because it's that okayness that gets you where you need to go. There has to be a point of being like, you know what, this is okay. This is great. I'm fine here. Who cares if you're lying? So what? That's cool, actually. You could kind of lie about it. You don't even have to actually be okay. Just say that you are, like, no one's even asking you to actually be okay. We're just saying to stop saying that it's not what you want, because You're screaming it into a canyon, and that echo is being heard. And if you cannot get past the fact that it's not the way you want it to look right now, that's what you're screaming into the echo, into the canyon, and all they're hearing is, it's not what I want right now. 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 And all there is the right now moment. All they can give you is new right nows after new right nows. And you know what kind of right now you're going to get if all you can say is, it's not what I want right now? Right nows that you don't want. Okay? So I think I literally spent like 25 minutes answering that question. I hope everybody gained something from it. And thanks for the super chat. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't lose any other super chats in the way during that fucking monologue. Okay. Where are we at? Andrew says, hello, I just want to say I'm slaying life because I prefer to wear the meat dress and not the poop one. I love it. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I want to make sure I say your name right. Sanashia? Okay, I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for the super chat. It says, my SP and I separated in November, and I found out he moved in with a third party and started an Airbnb business with her. What would you do in this situation? How do you feel? Tell me how you feel about this. Like, when you really think about it, when you really look at this person, where they are now, what you've gone through with them, how do you really feel about them in the situation? If you're being completely honest with yourself, type it into the chat so I can kind of hear like where you are. Thank you, Dina. Thank you to the mods. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you, and everybody in the community. Thank you for being so kind to each other and supporting each other. It's really cool to see you guys in the chat being nice and helping each other and offering guidance. Okay. So while we're waiting, because I do want to hear how you feel. Sanashia? Is that I'm saying it right? Okay. Yeah, because it's like what would I do in this situation? It will depend on how you feel about it and like what you want to do moving forward. And while I'm waiting for you to type in the chat, okay, Emma, do you have any advice for dealing with pet grief? I can't even motivate myself to meditate. My advice with that is to grieve. Like, I couldn't meditate for a while after. Thanks, Mango. Mango says, you don't need to meditate. You need to grieve. It's okay. It's okay to not be able to get there right now. And you're not alone. Your baby's still with you. But thanks, Mango. That was so sweet of you. I lost my dog in November, so I like just went through this, and like I haven't meditated for 7 days, like a week straight since. So, and I talk about meditating every day all the time. I still suggest it, even though like I haven't been able to do it, but it's like I am grieving, so I am gentle on myself. There's a meditation I always suggest, this Meet Your Spirit Guides meditation from Rising Higher Meditation. It's 4 years old. I suggest that meditation, but not until you're ready, because it's like, you know, I couldn't go into meditation because I would just be crying the whole time, and then like Leo would be there and then I would cry more. but now I can go there and he's there. He's always there. So it's cool because now I get to see him and like I really realize and feel like he's with me all the time. As weird as that sounds, like we hear that and like, they never leave you and they're always with you. But like somehow meeting them in meditation really helps you understand that they are there. Also, maybe my therapist had me write a letter to Leo and just say all the things that I needed to say. This is like actually like while he was passing. But I would say try it anyways. Okay, so I'll get to Sunishji in just a moment. But you can do this now. Write a letter to your baby and then write one and say everything you need to say and then write one from them back to you. That helped me. And then her YouTube name is Jen Shea. Says Emma, I'm actually going through the same situation. And I wasn't going to say anything, but Jen, I know that Janin and aka Jen Shea is going through this as well. So maybe you guys can connect because like we know how anybody that's gone through this knows how hard it is. And so I would love for you guys to be able to connect and be able to share that. If you want to go to my website, roxytalks.com/forum to connect on the website and not share your information over YouTube, go to roxytalks.com/forum and you guys can connect there as well. Okay. Sanasia. Oh, pretty. Okay. Awesome. That's such a pretty name. Okay. Sanasia says, let me make sure. Okay, says, okay, when you first saw the listing, so the Airbnb listing, it felt like a punch to the gut. But I know it's my inner child feeling abandoned / replaced like my father did. Right. We have such a strong past life connection. But at this point, I'm wondering if changing my story with him is even worth it when I can just focus on changing my story with men overall and let him go. Okay. I felt that from you totally. And that's why I asked you to clarify, because I just felt like it just did not. Your question didn't strike me as one that was like, how do I get him back? Like it's like, even just in the way you ask the question, the energy is there of like, it's clear that you kind of see that you deserve the best and that you can have the best with whoever that is. And that's the best place to be in when you're manifesting love, because that opens the door to the best possible people coming through. And that best possible person could be your SP if you're open to it or not. And I know this because that's what happened to me. When I became okay with not having my husband at the time, obviously we were dating at the time, and I knew that I could have anybody, and I just like had this, like, it was like this calm realization of like knowing of like, oh my God, I could just like have anybody, like anybody's going to make me happy. I'm going to go out and live my life. That made my husband become a different person. And this is way before I knew about manifesting anything. So I had no clue. It was just like, it was just very strange. Like 3D, it was more like, it was a get off the pot moment for him. He was just like, okay, well, I could either commit to this person or start the fuck over and try to find someone else I like. And he didn't want to do that. So he decided to commit. But anyways, my point is, I say it a lot, but the point of it all is like, I was ready to give him up. I still loved him as a friend. Obviously, I wasn't like trying to say, go fuck yourself. I don't want to ever see you again, which is also fine. It doesn't matter if that's how you're feeling. But, I was ready to give him up, but that's not what was in the cards for me. I can't say what's in the cards for you, but I can say that like ever since that moment, I have a very different perspective of myself and what I'm capable of and like what I'm worthy of. And I have not lost that knowing of, just what it is that I bring to the table. And like that, no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. And then I will be in a loving, happy, healthy, whole relationship. And I still am with the same person. So, that was like 14 years ago. He hasn't shifted and I haven't shifted on that either. So, that's the way I would say that. So with you, I do feel like intuitively, or maybe it was just the way that your question's posed, but it felt like you already know. Let them do their thing and not like in a way that means like if I focus on what you're doing and stress about it, I'm taking away my own manifestational power. Like if you think about what they're doing and be mad about it or dwell on it or think about what you guys should be doing and how could they and all this other stuff, then it's going to, again, stand in your own manifestational path. It's just going to prevent you from achieving and ascending. So if you can look at your 3D and say, great, everything's actually great for me, it's all working out no matter what's happening around you, you move yourself to the goal of your happy, healthy, whole, ideal reality that much faster by not constantly adding friction and speed bump after speed bump after speed bump after speed bump, worried about why it's not working or what other people are doing or how come this and in all these like other ways of wasting your thoughts. Because remember, every single thought is worth $1 trillion, a quadrillion, like even more. If you really understand that each thought is manifesting and that you could exchange every single thought in for $1 trillion thought instead of these broke ass fucking, these are like, all these doubts are like bank account deficit thoughts and you're just throwing them around all day long wondering why your account's empty. I've said that before, but like you could exchange every single thought for $1 trillion thought. But you have to train yourself to do it. Are you willing to do that? And Sanasia, congrats on your new chapter. I'm really excited for you because right now I would just be like, wow, I have every opportunity in the world. I can do anything. I can be anything. I'm completely free. I'm completely set up for the universe to bless me. I know how to freaking manifest. I already have a leg up on the competition. Like, hell yes, shit is set up for me to succeed. And then follow that. Just follow that feeling and that passion. Okay. And thank you so much. All right. Next one's a job. Riz, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I just ended a situationship yesterday because I felt it's futile since he was not making efforts and being rude to me. Can I and should I manifest? Okay. Riz, can you type in the chat? What do you want? Because I feel like your question almost has the same energy of the last question I just answered. It feels the exact same. It's like you could use your energy. You could use okay, remember I was just saying about how every thought's like $1 trillion. You could use your $1 trillion thoughts to, how do I see this? So I'm seeing it as like an average. Like, so like let's say that you have, let's say you have a thought. This thought at a neutral level is worth 0 or 1 or something. And then you can exchange it, like fine. Yeah, fine. Okay, cool. Whatever. That's fine. It's neutral. You can exchange it for fucking exuberance, trillions of dollars. Everything's working out. I'm fucking powerful. I'm bigger than the whole world. I'm more powerful than everybody. I'm worth more money than the entire world. Whatever. You can exchange it for something high. You could drop it way down low. Like, I'm a piece of shit. I'm worthless. I should die. I'm never going to be good enough. No one's ever going to love me. I fucking hate life. Everything fucking sucks. Like all that stuff, right? Those are like the bottom of the barrel. And when you swap out the opportunity, like if you're using this one thought that you could go trillions of dollars with to go down here and pick up something deep about your SP and lift it a little bit up to like a negative $2 thought, then a maybe negative $5 million thought or something, that, going from the trillion to the base level or whatever. I'm not saying exact mathematics, but my point is that like just trying to bring up that low thought just averages you again at a 0, or like, it's like the average of going from way high up here or trying to bring something down. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Sorry, I see these visuals and sometimes I don't know how to explain them. But my point is, every thought you think all day long you could be used to think $1 trillion thoughts, or you could use them to try to change the way you think about and feel about, because that's your feelings are going to be triggering thoughts. You're going to have to be working on the way you feel about somebody and the way you think about them. You're going to be using your $1 trillion to average out thoughts about, you get what I'm saying? It's like you're wasting it because you're using what you could use to say, my fucking life is astronomically amazing and I can't fucking wait for the next moment. Or you could say, I'm so glad my person respects me. Like, respect? You're going to waste a fucking $1 trillion on trying to manifest respect from someone? I don't fucking think so. There's respect when I walk through the fucking door, or I'm not walking through it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not wasting my fucking thoughts on trying to convince myself that somebody else respects me enough to return my fucking text message. No. You're lucky if you have my fucking number. You know what I'm saying? That's like we need to be looking at things in a different situation because we're just like wasting money and then wondering why we're broke. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, Riz, you don't know if it's worth it. It doesn't sound like it's worth it. This is my point. It's like, okay, it's not that you can't manifest a relationship that hurt you. It's just that like you have a lot of pain to work through regarding this situation on top of the fact that you have to manifest the relationship. You have like, you're starting at a deficit. Like I was just saying, it's like you're not even at neutral with this person. That's fine. I could take him or leave him. That's cool. Anybody's going to be great. And that's even higher than neutral, right? So it's like, you're not even at neutral with them. So Jinx, I was just thinking about you the other day. Yeah. And Asani was like, ask, can someone clip that? Leanne Leanne will timestamp that for you. And then once this live is over, she'll put it in. Blah, 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 blah. She'll put the timestamp in the description. And then you should be able to like click there. Like you should be able to click it and stuff too. And like get to it. Witchy Wheel says it's like a wishing well. Your thoughts of the coin, which you're throwing into the well, which is reality. Exactly. Yeah. I might have talked about that before, but it's exactly it. Like I tell my clients this all the time. It's like every thought you think is like a token at like a ticket at Chuck E. Cheese. Like you think you can only get like the eraser or whatever, but you could actually get like $1 billion for it. But you're under this guise of thinking that you have to get like the jacks and like the eraser and the pencil unless you like waste all your money, whatever. So like my point is that any thought you think can be exchanged, can be used. Any thought can be used to think $1 trillion thought, like a high value thought. And if you're not using every single sentence of every single day to elevate yourself from where you are right now, it's just like, why even bother with all this junk? Like to me, I feel like it would be much easier to just go on not trying than to like frustrate myself by doing it half-assed. I've said that a bunch of times, but like seriously, like you already know. Okay. Danielle, I think is next. Or wait. Casey. No, Casey. Okay, Casey. Thank you so much. Casey says, hi, Roxy. What's your opinion on the law of attraction versus law of assumption debate? Is there a difference? I don't really see it, but a lot of people keep telling me I need to drop attraction and do assumption. Okay. I don't like to talk shit on what people believe, and I don't like to talk shit on what people teach at all. Like, because that's totally like, we all teach what we know. And I also don't want it to come across like I think I'm the ultimate end all be all and I think I'm the best, because that's not it at all. However, I do believe my professional opinion, since you're asking me here, is if somebody tells you to drop law of attraction and do law of assumption, they don't understand the nature of reality. Like, you need law of attraction in order for law of assumption to fucking work for you. The best way I can explain law of assumption versus law of attraction is the way Joe Dispenza says it, Dr. Joe Dispenza. He says the thoughts produce an electrical charge. That's the law of assumption, right? Assuming it's mine. That's mine. I'll have it. Thank you. I'll take it. Yada, yada, yada. electrical charge is all of your thoughts are sending out electrical impulses that are somehow connecting with or congealing with the electrons. I don't know how the fuck it works, but your thoughts, this is a scientific fact that your thoughts are producing an electrical charge and your body, your feelings are producing a magnetic field, okay? So I look at that like as the easiest way of explaining law of attraction and law of assumption together. It's like, okay, think about law of assumption is, again, saying that something is yours. That's the agreeing or locking into a reality where what you already have or what you want is already yours. No doubts needed. I already know it's mine. Then the attraction part is, do you vibrate at, for lack of a better term, the frequency of the things that you like or of abundance, of allowance? Are you letting the things come to you? Because that's just as important. Like, you can send out and anybody here is going to know this, right? Anybody here that's been manifesting for a long time and hasn't seen movement, you know this better than anybody else probably. You can send out the electrical impulses all day long. But if you haven't decided here and really accepted and lived in your body, knowing in your bones that that reality is yours and you are not pushing it away with fears and entertaining the energies and ideas that repel, that say that the feelings that trigger you to say, I don't have it, because then that's an electrical impulse that's sending out a reality of you don't have it, right? So I don't know the whole sophistication of it, but what I will say is that you need both. Obviously, there are more laws. There's 7 whatever laws, or maybe there's more, maybe there's less, but there's like the 7 hermetic principles. You can look at it like that. It's not, there's more than 2 and they all work together. So it's like, so just like when you hear someone like limiting you, that's where you should be paying attention, is like, why are they saying I'm limited in this way? That's their bias. And I do it too. If I ever say something that limits you, check. You don't have to check me, but check yourself and be like, okay, that's limiting on her end. I'm a person too. I only know what I have learned and experienced and seen, right? I can't know anything beyond the knowledge I've acquired. Because once I know it, then I've acquired it, right? So I can only give you my interpretation and everything that I've learned as a coach and studying all this stuff for so long. But if somebody, oh, don't worry about that part of it, just do this, then you don't understand the nature of fucking reality, bitch. What do you mean? What? What do you mean? It's a law. Don't tell it. Like, it's just, and I mean it saying, it's like, again, like that person doesn't understand that it all works together. So it's like, it'd be like somebody telling you like, oh, brush your teeth, but don't rinse or don't spit. It's like, what do you mean? What do I do with all the shit in my mouth then? Just like leave it there for the rest of my life? And then what do I do tomorrow? Like more? It just doesn't make sense. Like, part of the process of brushing your teeth is spitting out what comes in there, right? That's what you're cleaning. You're getting out what's there. So if you don't spit out, then did you really clean? Anyways, my point is that the law of assumption has lately gotten more attention, I think, because it works better, in the sense that, and I've said this a bunch of times, manifesting is not necessarily, like, what you feel is not what manifests. What you feel may dictate when and how it comes to you. Magnetism, attraction, right? But it's what you think that makes the realities, I'll say happen, because it's not like you're creating. It's the things that you think that makes the realities happen. So I think the reason why law of assumption is getting all of this like attention is the better one or whatever, is that when law of attraction came out, it was all about how you feel. If you feel positive or if you feel good, what you want will happen. The problem is that your thoughts are actually making the reality. So if you don't match your thoughts to the feelings, the good feelings, you're just liable to get any old thing, because you haven't disciplined the machine that is choosing the realities. And that's why if you focus on law of assumption, you probably have a better chance at manifesting the things that you want. Not that you're going to enjoy it, not that you're going to become a better person, not that you're going to become more enlightened or more spiritual or more connected or heal, but that you maybe manifest things in your life better. If that's what you want, cool. No judges either way. I'm just looking at the whole picture here. with the law of assumption idea, it's more about the words are manifesting, the doubts slow it down, go to work. That's it, period. And it has less to do with the fact about how you feel. So it's easier to ignore and push through the feelings, knowing like, yeah, whatever, fuck the feelings right now. I'm working on getting these things. And that's why I said you're not maybe going to heal, maybe you're not going to grow, but you might get what you want. If you can combine the two, plus the other shit that's going on, not just these two things that people want to focus on, if you can combine all of it, then that's when you become the best, most well-rounded, most connected, most loving, self-loving version of yourself, generous, appreciative, yada, 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 right? So again, long story short, my opinion is if someone is limiting you, that's where the issue should be. Even if it's me, notice it and say, you know what? They're saying I can't have that. Fuck that. Actually, I'll take it. I'll take two. And really just paying attention to like where you're giving your power away to others or others' ideas or opinions and all that stuff. Okay. Danielle. Excuse me. Is it faster to do subconscious mind work or to just focus on the thought management in the present moment to shift limiting beliefs? Is it faster? See, now that's what perks my ears up is it faster? Why are you asking for something to be faster? Why are you needing limiting belief shifting to happen fast? What if it never ends? Like, I don't think that I at this point, I don't know. I've been coaching for 2.5 years, so I'm by no means an expert. But I mean, look at people like Tony Robbins. Okay, Tony Robbins has been doing this for a career for 40 years. He talks to and coaches the richest and most successful people on the planet, and he's still employed, right? So I have a pretty good estimation that limiting beliefs don't ever go away. Like some way, shape, or form, you're going to be growing and expanding beyond what you knew. Hopefully you're always learning and growing, right? So to need limiting beliefs to be shifted fast tells me that you don't like your situation. You're definitely not on top of your 360 method. And like, it makes me wonder what your motives are, because it doesn't sound like you're actually wanting to shift these things so that they're gone for good. It sounds like you want to shift them so you could get something fast. So, and no judgies. I'm just like, again, like it's, think about it like this. When I'm reading your guys' questions, it's kind of like the universe. I don't really know your situation. I have no bias like for you or against you. Sometimes like if you've been here a ton, or if you're like a client of mine and I've actually talked to you, like I know more about your situation. Hi, Brad. But for the most part, like I'm just like the universe reading your situation. So I'm going to read it as a third party, and I'm going to look at what you're actually saying. And that's what I'm going to give you what you're saying. And that's what the universe is doing as well. So I want to know from you, Danielle, type in the chat. Why do you need this to shift so quickly? Is it faster to do subconscious mind work or to just focus on thought management in the present moment to do shift? And my answer is both. Yes, man, you need to do both. And again, why are you trying to do one or the other? See, this is where it's like, this is with love. This is no judges on you. If I yell at you, if I say anything that is like offensive, I don't mean it towards you personally. And I don't mean to offend anybody here. I'm just black and white, just telling you what it looks like from an outsider's perspective. But it's like, this is where I see people not wanting to do the work. It's like, you're asking me, how do I get through doing the work so I can get to the thing? No. You have already missed the train. Motherfucker left the station. You don't even realize you're still standing on the fucking corner. Okay. So the work is the goal. The work is never ending. The work is ongoing. The work is every day for the rest of your life. Spiritually connecting, getting your shit that brings me joy in your creative outlet, keeping your thoughts on track, being kind to yourself, emotionally purging and clearing and loving yourself for what you've been through. Every single day for the rest of your life. This never stops. There is no end. So again, Danielle, I would love to hear exactly like what's going on that you need things to shift so fast, because that's why they're not shifting. You need them to shift fast, and that's why they're not shifting, because I need them to shift fast, which means what I want is not here. And that's what you're getting. What I want is not here. What I want is not here. I can't even say it. I don't want to fucking say it anymore. Woo! What I want is here. Everything I want is here right now. Everything I get comes easily to me. It's awesome. Yes. Okay. And I'm waiting on I want to hear from Danielle specifically. If you can. And in the meantime, I read some anecdotes from the chat in the meantime, but I'm still waiting on Danielle. Leona, hello. You said you're so late, and I'm reading that so late. Okay. So maybe hi Rosanna, how are you? Okay, maybe Danielle's not here in the moment, and that's okay. When she pops through, I want to know specifically, but I gave you a general answer, Danielle. So hopefully if you're listening back to the chat, you hear it. If you do come through, I would love to hear about specifically like what it is that you need to happen fast. But otherwise, I'm just going to say, like, overall, I can tell you the reason it's not happening is because you need it fast. And it's when you need it fast, it means it's not here yet. You're saying loud and clear that what I want is not here, and that's why it's not here. So we must say that it is here now, of course. Okay. Tiffany, thank you so much, Tiffany. I appreciate you. Says, I notice unnecessary fight or flight responses come up for the tiniest things. If a bill is due, no parking spot, etc., I self-soothe, but why am I scared? Exactly. Why are you scared? Answer in the chat, please. Why are you scared? Like, literally, why are you scared? And this is what I'm doing. This is the work. Oh, wow. I just got anxiety from paying a bill. Oh my God. I just felt like fucking ripping some bitch's head off because I didn't get a parking space. Like, why? What's that? Why am I so scared right now? That's literally the work. So answer the question, Tiff. Okay, cool. Perfect timing. Because then while you're answering, Tiffany, we're bouncing back to Danielle's got us here. So just a reminder, sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth. I'm trying to make the most of the time we have here together. Danielle's question was, is it faster to do subconscious mind work than to just focus on thought management in the present moment to shift limiting beliefs? She says, some thoughts are more difficult to revise. So I was wondering if I should do belief work first. Okay. I mean, exactly. Some thoughts are easier and some are not. Keep going, but really it's both. It's all of the above. There is no stop to it. And you just got to keep. Exactly. Keep on keeping on, Mango says. Thank you, Mango. So, okay, still waiting on Tiffany to respond with the fear itself. And we got Danielle. You're on the right path. If something's harder to deal with, it's like a deeper wound. So you just keep digging, like I was just doing with Tiffany. Like, why is this bothering me? Why is this scaring me? Why is this worried? Why do I feel like I need this now? Why is this so hard? Why does this keep coming up? What does this represent? Why is this a bad thing? What does this remind me of? When's the first time I felt this? And just realizing, like, really getting down to the bottom of it. And like, you'll come up with something that's like, oh, that one time I needed a hug and I got slapped in the face or something, you know what I mean? Like something like that. So it helps you get to the bottom of it so you can see that like what you've been doing your whole life is trying to protect that specific wound. And in actuality, just kind of like rewounding the same wound over and over again. Powers of Tarot. Hi. You said something really unexpected happened this weekend. What are my tips for dealing with unexpected events that you didn't conceive of? Push through them, because you just don't know what the unfolding process of your manifestation looks like. And sometimes it is it has that on the list. And so like if you turn away from something that you needed to get through, you're just going to perpetuate you not having your manifestation. So just embrace it. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay, I didn't know I was going to have to go through that for this thing, but okay, here we go. I'm glad it's working out, just kind of like keeping the story going. Okay. Fakiha, hello, you're back. And I'm waiting on Tiffy. I always want to call you Tiffy. Oh, Tiffy and Muffy and Mango. Oh, yeah. Okay, Tiffany's question. We're waiting for Tiffany to get back to us with answers of what's going to happen, why we're scared, what would happen. What are we scared of? Jinx, we appreciate you. Thank you. It was good to see you, and I hope that you're doing well in your new chapter, and I'm sure we'll hear from you soon. Come back and see us next week. Okay, Tiffany says, I feel anxiety in my stomach. My heart races. I feel like I'm being attacked in a way, like something is being taken from me. Wait, it feels disempowering. Like I'm not seen, like as a kid. Okay, so in those moments, I see you. I totally see you. And it fucking sucks sometimes that, let's see, that you are out here by yourself, having to protect yourself with nobody to look out for you but you. But guess what? Like, I see that. I'm here. It's okay. I agree that sucks, but you know what? It's okay. Like, we're going to get through it. And it's kind of like you're talking to yourself, like in your own way, in your own version of that during these times, because it's, it is that little girl being like, somebody please, anybody please. And you got to be like, oh, I'm here. I see it. I see you. Put your hand down. I'm here. You don't need to raise that hand anymore, and like, it's, I don't know. And then even like, like I like how you're like, it starts in my chest. And okay, I want to read what you said again, because this is exactly how it goes. And this is how I experience it myself too. It's like, I'm asking myself this question. Why does that feel tight in my chest? Okay. It feels tight when I do this. I'm gonna breathe into it. It's like you're looking at what's going on in the body and like just kind of like doing an assessment and giving yourself something better than the reaction of because that little kid doesn't want the reaction or the fight or the flight. That kid wants the stay. That kid wants the I'm not going anywhere and what's going on is okay and you're going to be safe through this, right? It's like what's happening in fight or flight. We're scared for our lives. So we don't want fight. We don't want flight. We must need okay here as is. And so that's kind of like what it's looking for. So I'm going to read again what Tiffany said. So anybody that's wondering like how, like when you have a feeling, when you start to feel anxious or scared or worried or fearful or doubtful, and it feels like something in your body, here's the process. This is what Tiffany wrote. I feel anxiety in my stomach. My heart races. I feel like I'm being attacked in a way, like something's being taken away from me. Okay, this feels disempowering, like I'm not being seen, just like when I was a kid and nobody was there for me. Got it, right? That's the work. That's what it is. It's like, instead of letting the parking spot or the bill take you down the same pattern and the same cycle, no. This time it's taking me down the path of, you got this, I got you, no one's going anywhere, it's okay, and like that's what you've been needing this whole time. And that's what you need every time. Because we've been wounded for a lot, for a long time, a lot of times. Many times, many wounds that have been untreated for many years. So it may not go away with just one time, but it does lessen it every time. And it does get better and it gets easier to pinpoint this stuff and to apply the right application or whatever to the wound so that you can heal it in the proper way. And I just remembered Sana. Where's Sana and her haircut? I just remembered that from last week. Where is she? Okay. I see super chats coming through. I'm just looking through the chat. I see Boss Vision saying, I've just started getting my manifestations to happen. And that's when all this previous fear and worry shit shows up. That's how it works, girl. That is how it works. You should read a book called No, that's not what it's called. It's called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. Will help you understand why those fears, insecurities, and doubts come when good things happen. But it's human nature. It's totally normal. We all tend to do it. And if you can recognize when you do it and then switch the sentences you're using, that's what I call awareness and discipline, aka the 360 method. That's what I use in my own personal life and in my practice. That's how you beat those things and work your way through it. Okay. And if you'd like one-on-one coaching for me to help you with your specific situation, you can sign up at roxytalks.com. I've also got amazing courses and workshops that you can get started on right away if you don't want to wait to get on my calendar. Okay. Lola, Vanity. Okay, let me see. Let me see where I'm at. Make sure I don't skip anybody. And if you like meditation, music, affirmations, and overall good vibes, you can find me on iTunes and Spotify, as well as roxytalks.com/vibes. New music and affirmations and meditations coming soon. All right, come on. Where'd you go? Super chat, where'd you go? Come on. Oh, there we go. Vanity, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I have a pageant coming up and I want to win. Should I live in the end as the queen? Also, I want my SP back. He just stalks my IG. I want him to commit to me right now. Both of your questions have the same answer. Yes, bitch. You live as that queen now. Absolutely. You are the queen now. Whether or not you win a pageant, you are the queen now. Whether or not this man sees you for what you are, I don't care. Irrelevant. You are the queen now. So should you live in the end as the queen? Yes, 100%. But understand that it's more than just getting the crown. You know, it's like there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of somebody that knows they are like Beyonce. Beyonce's won multiple awards. You think that her goal is winning a Grammy? There's no way in hell Beyonce's biggest goal is winning a Grammy. If it were, we would have heard of her ass, no, and then bye forever, right? Like that's it. There's no way that her goal is winning that trophy. So, or that crown or whatever you want to call it. So, you know, her goal is obviously much bigger than that. And she probably, I'm guessing, just seeing the way that she operates throughout the world, Beyonce is probably the kind of person that stays hungry. So she's like, oh, I became the queen, I better become the fucking empress. And I became the empress, I better become a fucking goddess then, because I'm still coming after you. You know, like it like she takes herself to the top and then she's expanding beyond that herself to grow. So yeah, he stalks your ID. Who doesn't? Who doesn't stalk this queen's IG? Just one of the many. And if he decides to get his head out of his ass and maybe like make some content and or contact and take me out and do something nice and show me, you know, I'm not saying he has to spend money, but like say some nice things to me and do something nice for me, something beyond a fucking DM here and there or just an IG stalk, then maybe I'll entertain him. But for now, I'm busy doing queen shit. Thank you. You can leave a message. Bye. You know, like you're the queen now. Absolutely. Your name is Vanity Moore. Oh my God, your name is Vanity Moore, bitch. You are asking, you need some more vanity. Your screen name is begging you. Your soul is like, we need a little more vanity, but in a loving, productive way, not in a you know, bitchy or vapid way, but like, do you see that I am the queen? I see I'm the queen. You know, like seeing that, that's so funny. Vanity Moore. Of course. It says it right there. Everything you need to know right there in your screen name. Hi, come here. Do you want to come say hi? She's scared of all the things in here. Come here. She gets scared of all the equipment. I like that. Lola. Thank you so much, Lola, for the super chat. Says, went to my first music lesson today. Oh, that's awesome. Was so nervous, couldn't even sing. How do I manifest not being so afraid and embarrassed? Okay. just so you know, I don't even know the answer. Cause like I've been doing music lessons, singing lessons for like 2 months now. And I mean, I was in choir my whole life. So, and I've sang on stages. I've been in bands. I've released albums. I've, music videos and shit like that. And I still get so nervous that I can't even project when I'm singing for my vocal coach. Well, of course I can project. I sing so well. I'm so comfortable singing with my vocal coach. I just like I feel you, and I just like what I'm saying is that like you might be nervous. Singing in front of people is nerve-wracking. It can be. So what you can do to not be nervous about it is continue going to lessons, because when you go to lessons, you learn the muscles that are used in your body to sustain your voice and to make the sounds that you want it to make. And so when you learn how to use the muscles properly, it's more then it's like, okay, if somebody asks you to like curl do a bicep curl, you wouldn't be that scared to curl a bicep if you've been, or to, do a bicep curl if you've been lifting. It wouldn't be, maybe the first day you'd be like, oh, I don't want them to know that I can only lift a 5-pound weight. But after you've been lifting, you're going to be upgrading, and maybe you're lifting 15-pound weights now or something. I don't know, 20 pounds. I don't know what's a lot. Clearly I lift weights all the time, right? So my point is that like after 10 lessons or something, you'll be able to curl a higher weight, and you'll be more confident in your form. Like there's a way to curl, and there's a way to like tension in your arm and all, whatever the fuck. There's like ways to do it best, right? Like the right form. Like if you're doing a lunge or a squat or something, you could perfect your form. You could add weight. My point is that it wouldn't have anything to do with like who you are as a person. It just has to do with like how much have you been practicing working your muscle. And that's what singing is. Singing is a muscle. And or it's a series of muscles. It's like 6 muscles. But if you can strengthen those 6 muscles and train your body how to hit the notes you want to hit when you want to hit them through repetition and proper guidance, which you're getting in your training, the nervousness will go away. So my advice to you, how do you get through it? How do you manifest not being so afraid and embarrassed? Keep going to your lessons and practice on your days off. Yeah. Practice your techniques, and then practice for fun. In my personal opinion. Don't blow your voice out though. Try not to blow your voice out. And then learn about vocal health and all those things. Like learn as much knowledge as you can about your voice and all that stuff, so that you are best equipped to take care of your voice, and then you know how to properly use it when it's time. And that's how you get rid of nervousness. And then practice, and then just repetition. And congratulations. I'm excited for you. Okay. I think, did I get through them all? I think I got through all every time. No, I didn't. Brooke, thank you so much, Brooke. I appreciate you. Brooke says, you're amazing. Thank you, Brooke. And have helped me through so much. So thank you. Any tips on how to manifest an object? Example, some flowers, jewelry from SP. Okay. All right. Brooke. Okay. Here's the deal, Brooke. If you're not, okay. They're like, okay, how do I say this? What is it that wants to be said? Let me read your question one more time. Any tips on how to manifest an object? Example, some flowers and jewelry from SP. So 2 things. I will explain how to manifest objects, of course. But the thing that's glaringly obvious from this question is that you desire a partner or whatever that dotes on you. Like it sounds like your love language is probably gifts, right? Whatever the love language of getting gifts is. And this is something like about love language, just real fast, a caveat about love languages. Whatever love language you decide you have, and if you attach one to your SP, you're also saying that they don't love in the other ways. So I just want to shed some light on that, because like sometimes I'll get on a call and my clients are like, I'm this type and they're this type. And I'm like, well, might as well just end the session because you just said all you need to say, which is obviously a joke. But really, it's like if you're labeling things, then everything that comes along with that label, you have the the opportunity to experience and manifest. So that's why I always advise people not to call their people twin flames. And, if you have an illness, to stop calling it that immediately. Just at least stop labeling something as something you don't like. So it sounds like you would like to be shown love by receiving gifts more, which is totally fine. As long as you know that it's fine and that you affirm that you are reciprocated in your relationship in this way specifically, right? So, I would say, like, damn, it's kind of crazy because my SP, I don't know about what some people have one love language, some people have two, but I don't know. My SP has all five and it's freaking crazy and it's really amazing. And they dote on me in all these ways and I love it. Or they're so sweet. They're always getting me so many nice gifts. They're so generous. They always think of me. They're so thoughtful. They're thinking of me on their days off. Whenever they go to the store, they grab me a little something, something. They're always getting me flowers. Like, I hear the bigger story behind what you're asking. It's like, you're not trying to manifest an object, because if you got flowers one time, it would be great. But then you'd be, okay, now what? Where's the next? That just once? You got me flowers one time 9 years ago. What the fuck? It's like that kind of energy. So understand that it's okay if you want and need gifts from your SP to feel love. That's totally fine. It's so valid that it's a type. So sorry, I just got distracted from the chat. Elena says, I was just discussing love languages with a friend yesterday. And we'll be discussing that on our one-on-one chat, Elena. Last week, Elena won a free 20-minute one-question Zoom chat with me that will be coming out on the podcast. I'm going to be giving one of those away every month. So, and they're only going to be available to people who are live on the Mindset Monday live stream. So last week it was Elena, and then in February we'll be doing another one. So, come to the live sessions. So, Brooke, yeah, how you want love is totally fine. But now you need to be describing your SP as that kind of person that provides those things. And if you're saying, I wish that they would give me these things, then they don't. If you're like, okay, I need to manifest them giving me these things, then they don't, right? Like, you're just all automatically implying that they don't by trying to manifest it. And again, you're not looking for an object. You're not trying to manifest an object. I believe through this question, you are looking for a partner that speaks to you on your level and gives you exactly what you want and desire in a relationship, and you deserve it. You should have it. And if you want it, it starts with saying that you do get it and expecting it. And then watch my videos about revising your SP, because that's like what you're going to need to do next is like do revision on them. I've made several videos and podcast episodes about revision. So I would look into those as well. Okay. I saw another super chat come through. And thank you guys, everybody who's here. If you are here live, you might as well, if you don't mind, why don't you give it the chat a thumbs up? That'd be cool. And I appreciate you. If anybody in your life could use some perspective on their situation, maybe share this video with them. Okay. Lola, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, thank you so much. Surprised you still need lessons. You are such a good singer. Oh my God, stop. You're so sweet. I'm so afraid to go to another lesson. I feel like I just can't sing in front of him. Like, the sound just won't come out. Okay, I totally feel you. Maybe you find a different coach. Like the coach I have now, I love her. We totally vibe. We totally get along. Like, I really enjoy, we get on our session, and even though I'm like paying to do my lesson, I'm like talking about, like, asking her about her life and, wasting my session time. Not that it's not a waste, but I'm like, I genuinely like her as a person. I'm interested in who she is and like want to, get to know her and stuff. So I like, when you have a good coach, it makes you kind of want to do better and show up better. Like, I know for a fact the only reason I can even play guitar is because I had a really, really awesome and kind guitar teacher. And I would feel bad if I showed up and didn't do my homework. Like, I would feel so bad to tell him I didn't do my homework. And that's the only reason why I would do my homework, is because I had this coach that I felt like I was holding myself accountable to. So my advice to you is continue your lessons. Don't stop lessons. But if you maybe want to find a different vocal coach, maybe look for a different vocal coach, but don't stop with this one. And the only reason why I'm saying, I don't know where this is coming from, but it's Something is telling me to tell you, don't stop vocal coaching. If this isn't the right person, like look for someone that is, but continue vocal coaching, because if you stop, you might not pick it back up. So affirm. If I was you, this is what I would do. I would take what you just said. I'm going to read it to you back one more time so you can see it, hear it. I'm so afraid to go to another lesson. I feel like I just can't sing in front of him. Like the sound just won't come out. If I was you, I would do a whole page of scripting. So the teacher is really nice. I'm just a weirdo. Me too. I get it. I totally get it 100%. So do a full page of scripting of, I can't wait to go to my lesson. I love going to my vocal lessons. I learned so much from my vocal lessons. I'm improving so much. I can't wait to have another lesson. I can't wait to see my teacher. I love singing in front of him. He makes me feel so comfortable. He's the only, no, don't say he's the only person you can sing in front of, because he's the first person I've been able to sing in front of, and I can't wait to sing in front of more people. I feel so comfortable singing in front of him. The best sounds I've ever made come out when I sing in front of him. And literally just take what you said and just say the opposite, and then do like a page of scripting, and then do that like now, and like definitely do that like every night after your lessons. You know, like I script every night, so that's when I do my scripting sessions. But if I if I was feeling like insecure about my singing, and it was like I have my sessions on Wednesday, so like on Wednesday night maybe I'll go in and I would do a page of like empowering space go. So that was empowering affirmations about what it is I'm insecure about. And if it was then this, it's like you already know what the feelings are. So write the opposite. Leanne says, last call for super chats. Got about a half hour left. Witchy Wheels, you got to go soon. Let's see what Witchy Wheels has been saying. Witchy Wheel says, when scripting, do I need to repeat my affirmations the day after as well? You don't have to, but like, think about it like it's free flowing. Like the thoughts that you thought yesterday, you might not think the exact thoughts you thought yesterday today, but they're generally close enough to create the same version, a very similar, or not create, but select a very similar version of reality that's so similar that you can't tell the difference. So, it's like, you want to make it as natural as possible, because in your ideal, you and your ideal reality is a real reality. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. I forgot, everyone. I have some interesting to tell you from my meditation today. I'm going to prove to you. Here's how I'm going to prove to you that if you can think of anything, if you can think of it, then it has to exist. Okay. Because I talk about this, like if you can think of the reality where you have your SP, or where you have what you want, you have the success, you have whatever, if you can think of it, then it has to be possible for you to get to, because it has to be in existence already for you to be able to have the thought. All right. I say that a lot, but it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around that thought, that explanation. So what I saw in meditation today was this, you know how there, our spectrum of light, we can only see like 6 colors or whatever, 7, I guess, if you count indigo. Like we can only see Roy G. Biv as human beings, but we know there's more colors out there than that. We know that there's more colors. And if you listen to Matthias, what is Matthias' freaking last name? DeSoto. I think it's DeSoto. Matthias DeSoto, and forgive me, that's not his fucking last name. I hope it is. Matthias DeSoto, he's like an expert in past life shit and like the 9 dimensions and stuff like that. He says there's 12 colors. Who knows? However, but we know that like ultraviolet and we know that there are frequencies we can't see, like ultraviolet and infrared and stuff like that. So anyways, there's more colors that exist in the universe or whatever than human eyes are able to see. We're only able to see Roy G. Biv. And the reason is because however we're programmed, the organic material, whatever code they put into it, we're only programmed to see those colors and hear like certain frequencies, like a dog whistle, for example, is another example of these things that, like, if you look at we can microwaves. We know there's things on Earth that that we know are here that we can't see. Okay. So when you think about colors, let's say there are 12 colors, we can only see 6. We're only programmed as human beings to be able to see 6. That's why we can only see them, even though they're there. With your specific person or your manifestation or your ideal reality, if you couldn't see it, or how do I say this? Oh, yeah. Since you can see it, it has to be part of the spectrum of possibility for you as a human being, because you were programmed with the possibility to see what's available for you to see, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't think of another color. Try thinking of another color that is not a blending or a version of the 6 or 7 colors that even indigo is a blending of blue and purple, right? Blue, red, and yellow. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't fathom color outside of that spectrum, because we weren't programmed with the ability to be able, like, you can't think of a color that you haven't. I was trying to in my meditation. They're like, you can't with your human unit. You can't. So the same thing with your manifestations and anything that you think of. The fact that you're able to think of it is because it's part of the system you're in already. And if it wasn't, you couldn't even conceptualize it. And color is the way that they showed me to explain it to you. It's just in the way that you literally, you can't think of another color. Like, you can't imagine it. Because we're 8-bit or whatever, right? You know what I mean? Like, you can't do it. So if you can think of a reality where you have your whatever it is that you want, it has to be part of the program you're in, and you have to be able to access it, or else it couldn't exist in here. Okay? So Leanne, thanks for trying to condense that into a cohesive sentence. But yeah, that's something that I saw in meditation today. Yes. Okay. How do I say this? Psycho Tilly says, same conclusion that I synchronously also came to the other day. If you think about it, thoughts are neither visible nor traceable, yet they exist. Yeah. And thoughts are, some people believe this, I do believe it as well. Thoughts are their own entities. And like, it's like, if an idea comes to you, this is why, like, hoarding ideas doesn't work. Hoarding ideas doesn't work, just like hoarding money doesn't work, because ideas, like money, are their own energies, like there are people. So, like, this is the image I got of this same thing. Like, or in meditation, I was thinking of this exact thing. Ideas are, it's like if your best friend, it's like of having a friend. Like, somebody can be my best friend and still have other friends. And if I think that they can't be with other friends, they're not probably going to be my best friend for very long. I'm not going to be somebody that ideas flock to if I don't let them have other friends. You know what I mean? Like I see someone at a party, like if your friend comes to a party and you stay by their side their whole time and you don't let them go off and talk to anybody else, like, they're not going to want to be friends with you anymore, because they're not free to just be themselves. Just because they go and talk to other people doesn't mean that you guys aren't best friends anymore or whatever. But if you hoard them and express lack with them, they're not going to want to stick around. They're going to want to run. Same goes with people, money, and ideas. Quality people, right? I feel like some people will want to do that with you, but if they're willing to give up everything to be with you in some way, shape, or form. It's probably not the healthiest situation anyways, right? So take with what you will with that. Ooh, Dina says you can't imagine non-existence. Dina, I'm so glad you said that, because that was also part of my meditation today too. I was trying to figure out what is, so nothing, what's nothing? Nothing isn't even real, because if we think of what is nothing to us is like empty space. What's an empty space? Like air. Air is something. And then if you think about like a black hole where it just like consumes, it's the opposite of nothing, because it's like so fucking dense that it would like, crush our fucking, condense our planet in an instant. So even nothing is something. And so when you're living in lack, it's like you're living in false premise there. And like, also the space between things isn't nothing, because if it was nothing, if it was a vacuum, then it would suck in everything around it, like a black hole would, right? So there can't be nothing. There can't be non-existence. Because nothing itself is something. So again, if you're operating in lack, you're just behind the fucking game for no reason. Duddy, thank you so much for the super chat. And last call for super chats if you wanted to get a question guaranteed answered. Says, hi Roxy, what are your thoughts on the collective unconscious? Love this live so far. Thanks, Duddy. Okay, then my thoughts on the collective unconscious. Ultimately, we're all one thing. So, and it's weird that all these questions are like really talking about the meditation I had today, because that was also part of it, was like, so I was here and then it took me out and we traveled for a long time of nothing. And I noticed that normally, like when in meditation, when they take me somewhere like out in the galaxy or outside of the whatever, it's like instant and we snap there. And I noticed that this took kind of like a while. I mean, a few seconds, but like longer than normal. Like, and usually I just snap right into wherever they're showing me. And this took a while. And then it was like we floated out of, it was a little, like this big little rainbow, like a little spectrum, a little smudge of rainbow light, this little spectrum. And he like pulled me all the way out and he's like, there you are. And then I got the impression that we're in the green band. And I think I've heard this in the law of one, that we're in the green band of it. And he's like, that's your entire universe. Like what you think of as the universe, all the planets, all the everything, all the sun, everything that created all the things, everything that we know of, our known universe was this just one little rainbow smudge spectrum. And as we pulled out, it was just tons of them everywhere. Kind of like, that study they did, or that picture they took in like the 90s, or maybe it might have been the 80s or the 70s. I can't fucking remember. And it was at a school and they took it at an observatory and they took like a tiny picture of like a little piece of black space and like zoomed in on it. And there was like thousands of galaxies in that little tiny picture of empty space that they had found. It's kind of like that. Like we pulled out of our own spectrum of light, our whole unit of what we would call the universe, into this place where there was even more of those. And then I was like, well, whose perspective am I looking at from here? Because this is obviously not all of it. And then it started going through the 9 dimensions, which I'll quickly try to go through them, but I'll go find Matthias de Soto's stuff because he talks about it really well. But like the first dimension is the I am. And then the second dimension is the dichotomy, the splitting, the duality. The third dimension is me experiencing that, me experiencing myself as a being in this creative place that like we'll get to where the creation comes from. So the third dimension is about living in this creative place, thinking and feeling. 2 dimensions. The fourth dimension is time. And so then from the third dimension perspective of experience, you have time, so you can have experiences like immediately, and time doesn't exist. From the fifth dimension is where you have control over third dimension and fourth dimension. So manifestation happens instantly, anything, anytime, any place, anywhere. Sixth dimension is where the quote unquote demons would be, or where the destruction, the separation happens. So this is where the dark is created from the light and separated from the light, because ultimately we come from the light, right? The light has exploded itself out into all these different fractals, which may have been all those like rainbows that I saw, and then created like little individual universes and solar systems and things according to Matthias and like the law of one, stuff like that. And so the sixth dimension is where the darkness is separated from the light. The seventh dimension is where the beings that create Earth, the beings that create Earth and the beings that separate the light from the dark come from the seventh dimension. The eighth dimension is where all of that. So it's kind of like the fifth dimension of manifesting, how you can do anything from Earth, but then it's like from beyond that. So all of I believe, I may be wrong on this one, but it's where like the step above. So all the things I said below, the creatures that, or not the creatures, the beings that separate the light and create the Earth. The eighth dimension would be where those are sent from or experience. I need to go into the eighth dimension more. Okay, I just realized I need to learn more about that. And then the ninth dimension is realizing that I am all of these things. I am all of it. And then that starts over at one again with the I am. And then you start all over again. So basically, like, it showed me this like infinite loop of just always being. There is no nothing. There is no end. The end is the beginning and the beginning is the end. Oneness, beingness, growing, growth, experiencing, living. Oh yeah, so that maybe the eighth dimension is where the eighth dimension is where the all goes to the eighth dimension is where the ninth, the being of the ninth that says I am all of these. In the eighth dimension, they are able to okay, here we go. The eighth dimension is recognizing that the I am can break itself into all these pieces and make this happen. I believe. All right. So anyways, what do I think of the collective consciousness? We're all one thing. So any knowledge, like when we were talking earlier about like you getting knowledge or access to knowledge of things and, finding out information and all that, and like the ideas and things like that come to you, like it's all somewhere already. Like we all have access to it. Like the internet, it's kind of like you can search. If you have Google, you can find out anything that anybody else can find out. And so, people talk about the Akasha strain or whatever, but I just think that, yeah, if you meditate and you tap in, you can literally get answers to anything you fucking ask, even if it is like, what is the nature of reality and what is all of this, it'll show you in the best way that it can get through to you, I guess. Okay, so Matthias, let me Google him. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right name. I mean, the right last name, because I think his last name is DeSoto, but I could be fucking wrong. Oh, it's DeStefano. I was close. Okay. Matthias DeStefano is his name. I'll type it in the chat as well. He does a talk with Aubrey. What is Aubrey's last name? Duncan? Is that his name? No, Aubrey Marcus. Who's Aubrey Duncan? Is that Mr. Duncan from Duncan's Toy Chest? shit. Matthew 7. Okay, that's me that typed that. Okay. Okay, so last call for super chats. Let's talk about homework. Last week I gave you guys homework of rewriting your story and kind of just seeing like where you were at and where you're going forward. Who rewrote their story? Who used the full moon? I just want to hear about homework from last week before, and yes, I will get into homework for this week, but I want to hear about our report from last week. Wait, Leanne, is this a message from Gina? Is that what this is? Gina Ambrose? Oh, super chat from Gina. Oh, I missed Gina's super chat. Oh, I'm sorry, Gina. Let me try to find this. Oh, there you are. I'm so sorry, Gina. Okay. Thank you so much, Gina. You're so sweet. Love you forever, Roxy. You're so sweet. I feel my mind is getting so much stronger and more powerful every single day, and I can never express my gratitude enough towards you. You're so sweet. Thank you. I wish I could give you a hug. Hug yourself. It's from me. And thank you. And you're I hope you're expressing that kind of gratitude towards yourself, because that's who really deserve it. Let's see. Eduardo, yes, you spelled it right. And yes, I already I typed it up here too, above you, a few above there. But yeah, you spelled it right. Oh, and then Dina says, Roxy typed in the chat above you. Okay, thanks. We're all on top of it. Okay. Marta says you did on the full moon. Leanne did the rewrite. Shaykhun says, I rewrote on the full moon. It helped me to energize my vision for 2022. Nice. Shaykhun, aren't we talking? Aren't we talking soon? Tommy says, I've been having healing of old wounds in the form of dreams, like revised peaceful scenes of old limiting beliefs or feuds, effortlessly surfacing and releasing of old pain and limits. Nice. That is a plus. So that's a win. Danny says, my report, meditating under the full moon and believe in my attractiveness and devotion / worship for my SP. It works every time I sit in that feeling. Okay. Danny, it works every time I sit in this feeling. So do you sit in that feeling every day? And if you don't, why not? Question for you. Okay. Oh, Lola. Sorry. I didn't see Lola's super chat either. I'm so sorry. How am I missing all these? Okay. Lola, I apologize. Oh, there it is. Okay. Excuse me. Lola says, sorry, it's a stupid question, but how can I manifest gaining weight when it just seems so impossible? I manifested everything I wanted, but it's been 4 years of me struggling with this so badly. Okay, so first, there's like a few things going on that I can see already. First things first, when it just seems impossible, you're going to manifest till you're blue in the face, but if you keep saying it's impossible, that one is stronger than all your manifestations combined, and it's evidenced by the fact that it's been 4 years and you're still dealing with it. So if you keep saying it's impossible, when does it become possible for you? Remember earlier, I think you've been here long enough on this chat today. Remember earlier when I was talking about how we're over here we're setting these goals for ourselves and trying to achieve these things, and then talking ourselves out of it and putting ourselves down and telling ourselves that we can't do it while we're trying to do it. It doesn't make any sense. So if you want to gain weight, the first thing that needs to happen is you need to stop saying it's impossible. And I want you to hear me, because I'm not saying I want you to stop believing it's impossible. I'm just saying stop saying it, meaning stop thinking it, stop saying it out loud, stop finishing that sentence when you want to say it's impossible. Actually, my scale goes, okay. This is how much I'm dedicated to my manifestation right now. Is like, I'm going to tell you what I say when I step on the scale, but I want you to say the opposite, okay? For you. But I'm going to say what it is for me, because I don't even want to affirm it. Every time I step on the scale, it goes down. And the numbers always go down when I step on the scale. Every time I see it, the numbers are going down. You get my drift. I want you to say the opposite every time you step on the scale. And so that's part of it. Or, every time I weigh myself, it's where I want it to be. I'm always GAINING. Wait, I can. Like, my insides is like, you can't affirm it even one time. Because I probably have affirmed it so many times in my life, I don't even want to say it right now. Then I don't want to affirm it. This is all easy. Everything's great. We're all having and living in the body that we love. So that's another thing is you can just talk about that you love the body you're in. You look exactly the way you want to. You have your ideal body. And like, you could say like, oh, like like, how about let's use the word thick? Because that's like, at least I can wrap my mind around. Like I'm thick in all the right places. I have the best curves. I love my curvy body. I'm curved in all the right places. Or, I can PUT space ON weight really easily. You know what I mean? Like you want to be switching all those every affirmation that describes you as skinny or too thin or not enough or needing more or anything like that needs to be switched out. That's part of it. And then the other thing that and also we talked about the 4 years thing, right? If it's been 4 years, it's because for longer than 4 years, you've been saying it's impossible. Once you stop saying it's impossible, start your clock over again, right? Like, so, okay, this is another thing for everybody that's manifesting and it's been a long time. I don't care if you are a moderator. I don't care if you're live. I don't care if you're a client or not. I want you to listen, please. If it's been a long time and that you've been manifesting, and you're still saying things like, it's been a long time, it doesn't work, it's hard, all the things that are standing in the way, all those things. Every time you say those things, you start your clock over at 0, okay? So, which is a good thing, but also you need to understand that it hasn't been 4 years. It hasn't been 4 years of you struggling. It's been 4 years of continuously choosing to tell a story that it's impossible in the now moment. Okay? So if it's been a long time for you, part of it is because you keep saying it's been a long time. And the other reason is that you don't realize that in every now moment you can start over and it's been 0 minutes since you've been manifesting it. And then if you say it's been 4 years, you've automatically just made everything harder for yourself. Because it's always 0 minutes. It's always 0 seconds since you've been manifesting something. Okay, everyone hear me there. Hear me, please. If you're typing something, just pause for 1 second. Just listen. Everything you've been manifesting, you've been doing it for 0 seconds. There is no such thing as you've been manifesting something for 4 years. But what you have been doing for 4 years and beyond is telling yourself that it's not possible for you. So that you got to be careful about, like, you're always creating a new now. You're always creating a new now body. You've chosen to be underweight for this time, or to be whatever the word you use, not to be not weigh enough. You've literally chosen that every time you say it's not possible for you to gain weight, even though you don't want that reality. You're saying over, it's not possible. Ooh, hold on. It's not possible for me to gain weight. I like that. That could backfire, but I'm just saying, like, use it wisely. But like, it's maybe then it's not possible for me to LOS weight, like, you have to watch what you're saying about your body and about your like physical appearance, because it is manifesting and it is choosing the body that you're going to be in. So there's that. And then the other thing is, this is another, it's like a pair of cement shoes, or like it's not like a death sentence, but it's like I need to come up with what is it that I'm seeing? It's like something like a weighted blanket, like, again, cement shoes, something like locking you to something. It's a lock box around you, around your manifestations of, I manifested everything but that. If there's always one, like everything but that one thing, there will always be a one thing. And I tell this to my clients all the time because I see a lot of people with it. Everybody understands they can manifest everything 100%, everything always. And so it's really important that you understand that, is that, like, there isn't just this one thing, because you can manifest all things all the time. It is possible for you. And every moment of every day, you're staying focused on telling yourself that it's possible. And that's what those last three things I just said is me rewriting the sentences that you said in your question. And then you live as that person. And if you hear yourself saying these other things that you've said your whole life, you stop saying them the moment you catch it, and you say these other things like we just said. And saying means either thinking or speaking aloud. It's both. Okay. And I think I got all the super chats. I think that's all of them. Yes. Okay. So oh, Shaykhun, we're not talking so soon. Why did I think we were talking? I don't know. I must have seen something. Okay. Danny says, meditated under the full moon, practicing self-love and sitting in the feeling of being loved and worshipped by my SP. And oh boy, is it working. I feel so confident and loved. I love this. Love this for you. Okay. Hannah says, remembering my worth has helped me so much. Thank you, Roxy. Thank you, Hannah. I appreciate it. And remember, you got to remember your worth like multiple times a day. It's not just like, oh, I remember my worth. Now I'm good to go for life. No. Cause you might forget again. And then you might forget again after that. So just be conscious of the fact that you might have to redeclare your worth a million times a day. And if that's the case, cool. You're doing it right. That's amazing. If you reaffirmed your worth a million times a day, you would be on cloud nine. You wouldn't be on this chat. Well, you might be on this chat just to come say hi to everybody, but like you would have everything that you want and then some, and you'd be so evolved beyond anything just by being appreciative and knowing your worth and value and knowing how powerful and amazing you are would just make everything work for you and everything come to you. Like when we talk about the law of assumption versus the law of attraction, if you assumed that you were worthy of everything you've ever wanted and then some every moment of every single day, no matter what, you would attract everything you've ever wanted and then some and more than you could have ever imagined every single day of your life. Hope that makes sense. Tommy says, I rewrote my story by making a super conscious effort to embody the ideal me, and things are unfolding left and right and center. Yes! I made a master affirmation for each topic to guide me. Attitude. I love it. Yes. Okay. So I have my 360 method official program coming soon. And that's definitely something that's going to be a part of the program. So I love that you're doing that. Having a master manifest. I like the way you worded that, a master affirmation for each topic. I would normally call it like a go-to affirmation or like a blanket affirmation, but I like the word master. That's smart. I might steal it. I'm just telling you right now. This is your credit. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah. So each topic that you're working on, if you can pick, like boil it down to one thing that kind of encompasses everything and then use that as your fallback affirmation when you're struggling or spiraling or don't know what to say, it'll help. Dina says, I'm easily maintaining my ideal body physique. Yes, you are. And Dina, you're also easily maintaining a lot of people's ideal body physique, just so you know. Not that other people matter, but I just want you to know that. Like, not that it matters anybody else's opinion, so I don't even know why I said that, but I did. Leanne says, every time I put on my skinny jeans, they're even more loose. Leanne, every time you put on your skinny jeans and now they're fucking baggy. Like, whoa, wow, damn, girl. I put on my skinny jeans so many times that they became baggy. Allie, oh my God. Okay, here's a weird little synchronicity. It's not even that big, but like Allie says, also today I met one of Alice Cooper's friends. That audiobook I've been listening to, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, is working. Okay. I have been thinking of Alice Cooper. I was literally in my head, I'm hearing No More Mr. Nice Guy in my head right now and I was even hearing it in my head this morning because I just watched Dark Shadows the other night. Like I've seen it a bunch of times, but you know, when you just put on a movie just like to have something in the background, I put on that movie and I was just laughing at, you know, the Alice Cooper parts. And like, I haven't thought about Alice Cooper in, I don't know, since the last time I watched that movie, maybe a year or two ago. So it's very, that's pretty interesting. Pretty synchronistic there that you would mention. I don't want to say the line because I don't want to give away something funny from the movie if you haven't seen it, but it's a silly little movie. Leanne asked Tommy, I'm curious about the techniques you use to embody the ideal you. That's something I've been working on. Yeah, Tommy, feel free to share in the chat. Okay, is it Stella Kai or Stellaki? Stellaki. I want to make sure I say everybody's name right. Stella says, is it normal to affirm for SP a month now and no movement? 4 question marks. Not a call, not a text. 3 question marks and exclamation point. Okay, Stella, before I answer your question, please know, disclaimer, I might yell, I might get loud, I might say things that maybe sound mean. I don't mean to insult you. It's not you personal. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not mad. This, I can just already tell the energy is building up and it came from your question marks. Okay, so Stella, is it normal to affirm for SP for a month now and no movement? That's how it sounds. 4 question marks. No fucking movement. Not a call, not a text. Like, that's how it sounds. It may not feel that dramatic, but like all the punctuation that you used feels dramatic. And the universe is responding probably the way I am because I don't know you at all. And, you know, I'm just a third party, a neutral party at that, reading this out loud, which is exactly what the universe is doing with your thoughts. And then they're giving you a reality based on it. So is it normal to affirm for an SP now a month, no movement? It sounds like it's normal for you. And I mean that with love because you're over here saying that that's what you're experiencing. And so it's creating, your sentences are creating your future, or I should say, selecting or organizing your future. So no matter what you are experiencing, if it's been a month long, the second you say it's been a month or it's been a long time, you're making it last longer for tomorrow. Your words and your language are always describing your future. And it doesn't matter how unjust life has been to you up until now. It doesn't matter how fucked up things have been for you up until now. It doesn't matter how long it's been. It doesn't matter how many people have told you who cares, blah, blah, blah. If you say it right now and say that that's your truth and say that that's what's happening, and now you have to manifest from the perspective that it's been a month and this is not normal and how come he's not reaching out to me, you're solidifying that as your future reality. You're not just affirming and agreeing that that's been your past and up until this moment present reality. You're saying this is the future reality that I'm going to next, with every sentence you think and utter. Every single person on here at all times has been like this for your entire life. So, and it always will be. And remember I said, like, it probably happens outside of Earth. I think that too, because the other dimensions are about creation. It's all about manifesting. So, and the other thing that Matthias DeStefano says is, like, if you're not okay with planet Earth, if you're not okay with the 3D reality, you can't get to the 4th dimension. You can't get to 4D until you're okay with 3D. You can't get to 5D until you're okay with 3D, because 5D is it 5D or 8D? One of 5 or 8D is loving everything about the 3D and the 4D and the 5. I think it's 8D is loving everything. I can't remember. It's one of the 5. It's the 5 or the 8. The 3, the 5, and the 8 are all connected, and they're all similar versions of each other, meaning that, like, it's where you manifest and create an experience almost, in the 3, the 5, and the 8. So if you're not okay in the 3rd density in the 3D reality, you will not transcend planet Earth. Okay? And I've been saying that to people for a while. I'm like, if you try to leave now, you're probably just going to have to come back here and do it all over again. And I do think that's the case, because if you're not okay with it now, you can't move forward out of it. And is that not the same exact fucking metaphor for your manifestations? I talked about it earlier on this very fucking chat. If you're not okay with it right now, you will not progress. Because the version of you that has progressed was able to become okay with the now. That's what separates you from them. They're okay with what you're going through now, and you are not. So I don't even remember what the fuck I was reading about because of this. Okay. All right, let's talk about homework for next week. Homework for next week. Millie says people be stuck here for eons. It's part of it. Because there's time is an illusion, you know? Time's not really real, because like I said in my meditation, the end is the beginning and the beginning is the end. It doesn't stop. It's just like perpetuation. All the time. Oh, Abby's like 8 equals 5 plus 3. Obvious. Duh. Thanks, Abby. Obviously. That makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Um, okay. So what is our homework going to be for this next week? Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I kind of gave this homework out on my Instagram and TikTok. So if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, then you might have seen this last week, but I'm going to dive into it even more. What we're going to do is we're going to work on becoming okay with the not okay. Davdidi says time is very real. Time is not what we think it is. Time, the way we know it, is an illusion. So homework is going to be this week. I want us to basically your homework is going to be okay with the not okay. I want you to get okay with what you're not okay with is like what I'm trying to say. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a list or we're going to journal on what am I not okay with? What do I fucking hate? What am I stuck on? What's been taking a long time? What am I tired of? What am I over? What's not good enough? What's got to go? What doesn't match the standards of where I'm going next? What has my ideal self let go of? Like really kind of looking at like what's got to go? What is like TT says, I did last week's homework and I'm seeing results. Going to make a new habit to write specifically about my life. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, TT, it's very important. And like, check out my videos on scripting to look more into that. And if you want to invest and dive deeper, I have a scripting bundle on my website, roxytalks.com, where it's like 4 hours of scripting content, live coaching, and just kind of talking to people about the best way to utilize scripting to create their realities. Davdiddy Jerkus. I'm going to continue giving you a little bit of attention just because you might be asking questions that other people might actually want to know about. But if you keep being all jerky, we will probably just block you. Just a heads up. Dina, thank you. Get okay with what you're not okay with. Okay, so what I want to do is make a list of what's not okay. Like, what are you really not okay with? Like, what are the fucking problems? What is seriously not like? Look at what it is that you want. What do you not have? Where are we not? You know, you could look at it as like, okay, I'm 35 and I wanted these things and these are the things I don't have. Or you can look at it as these are the things that are still not manifesting for me. Or you can look at it as like, this is where I, think that I should be in my life. These are the things that I'm doing that's keeping me away from my ideal real life. I really just want you to kind of like figure out what did I say? Do you know what was the exact words? Get okay with what? Yeah. So what are you not okay with? What are we not okay with? Make your list. And then I want you to, so depending on the size of your list, depending on how like deeply ingrained these things are. Oh, Victoria likes my nails. Thanks, Victoria. Make a list of the things that are not okay. Then I want you to go into meditation. And I'm about to be putting out blank meditation music on YouTube very soon, probably this week. So I talk about meditating a lot. If you know, I have guided meditation. I have affirmations on YouTube. I have one guided meditation that I just put out to manifest marriage, but I'm about to be putting out a bunch of blank meditation tracks so that you could meditate like on your own for like a specific amount of time. So there'll be like a 30-minute unguided meditation. So if you like my meditation music or my affirmation music, then stay tuned because those will be coming soon. So go into meditation, make this list for yourself, all the stuff that we're ready, that's got to go. What are we not okay with? And then I want you to kind of like go into meditation, like look over the list, make peace, be kind about it. Okay, you know what? These things served me. They got me where I am right now. I'm ready to let go and move forward. Then go into a meditation and just visualize yourself letting them go. Visualize yourself erasing them. If you want, you could burn that paper. You can dissolve it in water. I want you to, and I talk about making like energetic cuts and stuff a lot in meditation and do that for homework a lot, but it really does help to get into that spiritual place where you can access your search engine and access your internal system and rewrite your programming. So that's going to be our homework. We're going to start becoming okay with it. I want you to see those things that we're not okay with and find love for them, even if it's just the fact that they got you to this moment and this is the moment where you let them go. So like, oh, thank God, because maybe like this thing is annoying, but I'm letting it go right now, which is helping me let go of this other thing that's actually really important that I let go of. And I'm so glad that like this dumb thing led me over here to whatever. Just make peace with what's not okay and just start to be okay with it not being okay. Because like, I guarantee you, one of the biggest reasons you don't have your manifestation, or one of the biggest things you're being blocked by, is the fact that you're not okay with the fact that you don't have it. So we got to communicate that we're okay. Even if we're not, we're going to pretend, and not just pretend, but also heal the wounds in the process. So we're going to use our words to say that it's healing, it's happening, we're okay, everything's working out. And then we're going to use our focus, our self-love, the internal work, our spiritual connection to ease the pain and the frustration and the wounds and all that stuff going on within us that is causing us, that triggers us to think these negative thoughts and these things that manifest shitty situations. So Leanne is so good at putting things concisely together that I say, homework. What are you not okay? Let's put it on the screen. Here's your homework for this week. What are you not okay with? Make a list, go into a meditation, visualize yourself, letting them go. And also let's expand upon this, not just letting them go, but loving them. Like not even, I misspoke. So that's not your fault, Leanne. Not even letting them go, but just loving them as is. Just loving them as is, not needing them. Let's take this down because I want to revise this. Let's not even let go. Not even, because I don't want you to need them to go anywhere. I just want them to be okay. The homework is to make what's not okay, okay. So, yes, your homework is to make what's not okay, okay. I'm going to revise what Leanne said. Make a list of what you're not okay with. Go into a meditation and give love to those things and make them okay. Because, it's like the needing them to go away that's the problem in general. So, like, let's not try to let them go. That's my fault. I misspoke. But now we're on track. So, again, we're going to love them as is, not need them to go anywhere. Selaki, Selakai, hello, says loving them and accept. Exactly. We don't need them to go anywhere. We just want to see them and say, hey, it's okay that you're here. It's totally okay that life led me to here right now. Period. That's it. That's all I want you to do is just make what's not okay, okay. And then after you do this meditation throughout your day and throughout the week, if it starts to feel stressful again, if you start to feel like, oh God, but it's not happening, or oh, this thing's still here, remember that it's okay. And then just go back to that moment of like, oh no, I gave love to myself. It's okay. It's okay for this thing. And just snap back into that moment that you have in the meditation, just like condense it down into like don't worry, it's okay. We got it and it's all good. And we're figuring it out, kind of it doesn't need to go anywhere. It's okay now. It's all good, whatever. And just remember that, okay. I see you circling and I'm scared. I have bare thighs and you have sharp hands. I know. And I'm going to get up in like 2 minutes. Oh, of course. How does she know? How does she always know exactly when I'm going to get up? How do you know when I'm about to get up? How does your intuition work like this? I don't understand. And it's not just when I'm live. It's just like in life in general. Yep, there she goes. All right. Okay. Because Brandon came in and said something. Okay. Hi. Okay. Dina, I love it, says, I'm not okay and I feel okay with that. Exactly. Thank you, Dina. That's it. She summed it up. That's what we're doing. That's your homework. I'm not okay. And that's okay. This thing is okay, actually. It's okay. I know. Grammy says it's okay. Is it okay? Yeah. Okay, so it's okay. And it's time for me to Joe. I'm starving. Okay. Yeah. Crammy Brandon says hi. Psycho totally says she feels the vibe. She does. She knows as soon as I'm about to get up. It doesn't matter like what is happening. Yeah. Hi. What are you doing? Oh, she's trying to get a chin scratch. That's what she's doing. Okay. Okay. All right. So I love you all. I appreciate you. Asani says, thank you. I'm glad I was able to join the entire live. Yay. I'm glad you made it too. You're so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate you as well. So I really love everybody. I appreciate you all. Just my best advice I can give you is like, be okay with the fact that you might be working on yourself for the rest of your life. And if you're working on yourself for the rest of your life, like, holy shit, that's amazing. Do you understand how powerful and loving and loved and abundant and grateful you'll be if you work on yourself every day for the rest of your life? Like, that's the goal. The goal is to do the work every day for the rest of your life. So that's why it's like when I see somebody avoiding doing the work, I'm like, you don't get it. The work is the manifestation. The work is everything. You're manifesting something to lead you to the work. That's why your fucking partner doesn't want to be with you or isn't being with you right now, is because you have work to do, and the universe loves you so much that it's going to take everything out of the way that is preventing you from working on yourself so that you can get to the point where you can sustain the lifestyle, the relationship, whatever it is that you want naturally. And it comes from doing the work on yourself every single day. Okay? So I love you. I appreciate you. I have, again, meditations and affirmations coming soon. Somebody asked about meditation music on, oh, wow. Oh, thanks, Cram. Damn. I must be on the right vibes, because normally I have to like convince her to get off, and sometimes it comes with claws. That was pretty rad. Thanks, universe. Okay. Damn, I guess when I'm on schedule, the universe is on schedule. Somebody asked about, I just wanted to see real fast if I could scroll up and find somebody asking me about putting the tunes on. Fudge. Are these meditation music? Hi, Roxy. Those meditation music, are those on YouTube? Oh, okay. They will be. I'm putting them up soon, and they will be on YouTube, but I will probably put them on, they'll probably be available for purchase at my website. If you want to get like the whole thing, I might get like put multiples together. And I might put them on iTunes. I haven't decided yet, but there will be some on YouTube for sure. And my goal is to get some out this week. I know I promised the numerology thing at the end of the month. We're working on it. We're getting there as soon as we can. Again, oh yeah, if you're a student of mine, I know I moved you already last year, and I so apologize. I might have to do it again. I might be migrating my entire site and my system, and I apologize for the inconvenience. But I'm just trying to make it work the best way possible. I'm optimizing my life, and therefore I want to optimize my business and make sure that the user's getting the best experience. Everything is housed under one roof, and you're not having to go to like this place and this place and this place to get your information and your content and your courses and your coaching and all that stuff. So roxytalks.com right now if you want to sign up for one-on-one coaching, if you'd like to dive into some of my courses and workshops, if you don't want to wait to get on my calendar. I've also got free content. We have a great forum where you can connect with other people like yourself and get a manifestation buddy or talk about your limiting beliefs. You can talk about your meditations. Of course, also the podcast every week. There's a new episode coming out Wednesday, 9 a.m. on all platforms. And then music, affirmations, meditations on iTunes, on YouTube, and more coming soon as we speak. And yeah, stay tuned for the numerology download. That's coming very soon. You'll be able to download a cute little PDF that will talk about your numerology personality number and how that affects your manifestation. So that's coming very soon. Stay tuned, roxytalks.com. And make sure you attend the Mindset Monday lives, because I will be giving away free like little coaching sessions, like 20-minute coaching sessions that will be a part of our podcast. And last week we gave one away to Elena, and next month we'll be giving away another spot. And those will only be available to my Mindset Monday people, because I love you and you show up every week and you definitely deserve to get that spot. So it pays to be live if you can. And yeah, Leanne just put a link to the Manifestation Buddy post in the forum. Thanks, Leanne. And yeah, okay, so Allie says, you're vibing gold. So that must mean something, right? And you said, oh my gosh, I said fudge today work. I'm vibing gold. Thank you. I love gold. I love gold. I'm like freaking gold member. I'm gold member and I'm pink member. I love pink and gold. And I'm sorry, I just fucking pounded the microphone. Anyways, okay. I love you all. I appreciate you so much. Do your homework. Be okay with the not okay. I want everyone to do it. Everyone to do it. Because like, oh, thank you, Leanne. My TikTok. Leanne linked my TikTok. Follow me on the social medias. And I love everybody so much, obviously, but I'm noticing that it's the same people who are doing their homework. So you guys keep doing it. Everybody else, I would love if you're here to share your homework. Maybe they're not here at the end to share, but if you are doing your homework, or if you're on this chat, I highly suggest you doing the homework, because the homeworks are helping a lot. And we're just freaking plowing through our limiting beliefs and becoming our best versions ever. So I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Salik. Yeah. Beyonce's Brandon, of course. Sorry. I need to get this out. It's driving me crazy. There was a cat hair stuck to my lip gloss. Psycho Telly says, thank you to the, hope I'm saying your name right. Says, thank you to the team. Thank you, team. I do love you very much. Dina says, have an amazing week and do your homework. Yes, I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.